What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of XPN News. I'm your host, BMG, and as always, I am joined by Fabio, the best beard in the business, I like to say. Today, we are talking about two more games that have also been leaked to come to Nintendo Switch 2 this year, and that is Starfield and Fallout 4. The news is brought to us by Insider Gaming. An insider has shared several more games making their way to Nintendo Switch 2 later this year. The news comes from Video Game Insider Xliss. I can't pronounce it right. I'm probably butchering it, but go over to Insider Gaming and his name's on there, who posted a new video about upcoming games coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on his YouTube channel. And I will say that I have heard of this Game Insider. He's pretty much everything he leaks happens and comes out, and he's usually quite good at giving dates and things as well. But these he didn't give dates on, but he did say they are coming in to the Nintendo Switch 2 this year. So the ones that we've got that were already leaked was Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Halo, the Master Chief Collection, which is rumored to actually be announced at the Nintendo Direct in April. Diablo 4, a Call of Duty game, which we know Call of Duty were coming anyway because it was part of the agreement they made with Nintendo to help get it through the CMA and the FTC, the acquisition. But also has been he's leaked that Fallout 4 and Starfield will also be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. So yeah, Starfield's has been exclusive to Xbox and PC since release. In fact, it's really the only game that's actually remained exclusive. So if it's going to get announced for Nintendo Switch 2, whether that be at the Nintendo Direct as well or just released later down the line, you can almost guarantee it's coming to PlayStation. It's obvious. You wouldn't announce it there, but you know it's going to get announced for PlayStation as well, probably in a press release later on. But Fallout 4, I'm not surprised because obviously it's another platform to get it on. So that must say, obviously, we're going to get more details on how the Nintendo Switch 2 runs, what it runs on, and all that information. But if these games are rumored to come, must mean it's packing at least high Xbox One X type graphics and power. I think I'm leaning more higher than I originally thought, because at first I thought it's going to be about PS3, Xbox 360, but from the footage that we got to see of Mario Kart 9 and stuff like that, I think it's going to be running a lot more powerful. And I'm wondering if they've improved all the cloud side of things, because there's no way the Switch is going to be able to hold these games. It's like Starfield's what?
Natively, right?
Yeah, is it like 165 gig Starfield? There's no way you're going to be able to install that game. You'd have to have a memory card that's going to cost you probably the price of the Switch. So I've got a feeling they're going to do what they did with like Control. You're going to be cloud streaming it, which they tested out on a few games. It worked well. There was a bit of issues here and there, but yeah, I think they are going to come to Switch 2. But the way you're going to be playing them is going to be playing via cloud, because there's no way you're going to install them games unless Nintendo are coming up with some sort of other way of doing it, which I very much doubt. That's the way you're going to be playing them. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. It'd be nice for more people to be able to, on different platforms, be able to get experience Starfield. I really enjoyed it. I fell off it towards the end, and I was like, it wasn't as good as I thought it was, but I still enjoyed my time with it. I like the concept of it. I just think things could have gone a bit different, but it was their vision. It's what they wanted to do, and they put a lot of time and effort into the game. So, it'd be nice for other people to get experience it. And yeah, get it on Nintendo Switch, get it to the Nintendo fans. Maybe you could entice some of the player base to get a Series S, to get a Series X, to get Xbox Game Pass on the PCs if they have PCs, or the phones, and do it that way. Yeah, there's these sort of things that it could help. I very much doubt, and I'm probably 100% correct, that there's no way on this earth that Nintendo are going to allow Xbox Game Pass on Nintendo, because
Oh no, it won't.
it's just they want you on their subscription service. They don't want you into another one. And Nintendo is mainly aimed at a younger audience. And I think that with parents and stuff would be confusing and things like that. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good thing. I say this insider, he's usually I think he's like his track record is pretty
Hmm.
high. He's right a hell of a lot more than he's wrong. And usually when he's wrong, he's just got the dates wrong, but it still happens anyway. So he's got a very good track record with what he releases. Where are you at on Fabio? Are you excited to see these things come to more platforms? Could it help Xbox build player base a bit more?
I mean, when it comes to the traditionalist console warriors, that it's not going to be helping whatsoever. When it comes to the traditional business model view of a console manufacturer, which is we sell it at a loss and we make the profit on games, and for our console to have the support from developers and the and consumers will need to have that exclusive experience that someone needs to go and buy that specific console to experience it. Like Microsoft, at the same time that they are both trying to expand their horizons and try to disrupt completely this marketing, doing their own thing by becoming at the same time, my vision, by becoming at the same time a first party and a third party, a hybrid between those two. Like they are going to put their games on everywhere as possible. And like I totally agree with you there that maybe this is going to end up making Switch players be more interested in the Xbox ecosystem, because honestly all that what I think is the situation that Xbox is trying to do is literally let's try to make people get enticed into get into the ecosystem, whether it is on the console, whether it is on PC, or if you don't have those things, get yourself a TV that has cloud
Yeah.
available. If you don't have that, go through your phone. We don't care. We just want you to be one of our users. And if you don't want to do that and want to continue to be on mainly your platform and never go into the ecosystem, okay, you are going to be helping us anyways because you are going to buy that game full price. So
Yeah.
like I think it's a situation. I think the when you open your vision into total something totally different from what we grew up since the Sega versus Nintendo times, we end up seeing something completely that in a financial point of view it doesn't make sense. And like in order to make an ecosystem healthy and pro consumer as the Xbox ecosystem has been doing, because like honestly nowadays and since the beginning of the service, like game pass should not be able to exist considering the amount of games that they put there, how many great releases they added as well, their
Hmm.
first party titles day one available there. Like sure it is sustainable considering the amount of revenue that they generate per year and the amount of money they spent on making deals with third party publishers, but they of course they need to raise the bar more. How can we get more money? And it is by putting their games more and more on other platforms. And how do we get more money? It is by making people meet what the Xbox ecosystem can offer, the games that it offers, and make them think, maybe I'll jump into it. Not necessarily as their primary way of
Yeah.
playing. They can stick into play mainly a Switch 2 player or a PlayStation 5, PlayStation 6 player. No worries about that. But they can end up getting into the ecosystem as a second way for them to be playing, whether PC, console, or cloud. And honestly, that's very, very good. But surely for the traditionalists out there, when it comes to the console wars, that's not a good thing at all. Um, when it comes to the Nintendo Switch being able to run Starfield, yes, I agree. It's not gonna work well. It's
No.
definitely going to be working well. Like on the Series S, it is 110 gigs. Like that's massive. And considering the amount of physics that the game holds, I would be very surprised to see the game running natively on that system whatsoever. And another thing that I would like to point out that maybe you could be wrong there, BMG, but surely it is more. There is way more the tendency of happening is is Starfield's life. It is being announced on to the Nintendo Switch. Is coming to the PlayStation 5 like Ori and the Will of the Wisps, as well as Ori and the Blind Forest, both were available and announced on the Nintendo Switch, and they never came to the PlayStation itself.
No.
So like that's one example that I could give you there. But of course, considering the way that Microsoft is doing their brand new business model, they are most probably going to be putting Starfield at PlayStation as well. By the way, these are just rumors. We are just considering like by the track record that we've been seeing so far and what are our opinions about it.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty important to clarify every time that we mention Xbox being multiplat that the console is not going to die in our to our
No, no, no. See, we need all these other platforms to buy Xbox games to subsidize our consoles because we want more Xbox consoles. I'm a console gamer. I'm not a PC gamer. I'm not a mobile gamer. I play Marvel Snap. That's and the Pokemon trading card game. I've got that now because that's fun. So me and my son have been competing on that. So we're enjoying playing that. But for gaming, I want to sit down with a controller in my hand and have it on the TV. I don't want to
yes.
be sat at PC clicking all the time, using my arrows to move around, move mouse to look around. I don't want to, I just want control in my hand and I'm happy with that. But yeah, we we just need more the more we get more of these games in people's hands and the more people that are buying the games, the better it is for the platform. Yes, people saying, oh, it will kill the console and the ecosystem. No, these are big multi-trillion dollar companies. They want to make money. They need to make more money because they've spent a lot of money in gaming, more than anybody else has. And
Yes.
they are the biggest third-party publisher on the planet now. So they've got to make money. They've got to make show returns. And you can only do that by putting it everywhere. Yeah, you're a hardcore fan. You feel it sucks. You feel like why should I have Xbox? Why not just get PlayStation, get best of both worlds? Xbox don't care because then you're still in the ecosystem. But your Game Pass is the thing that's going to bring you here because you're not paying full price for a game. People keep forgetting that, thinking, "Oh, the game's going on PlayStation. I'll just get it on PlayStation." Xbox are like, fine,
Fair
it makes
enough.
you're on PlayStation. Just buy our games on PlayStation. You pay
$70
full
plus.
price. Yeah, you're paying full price for the game. But if you wanted to come into the cloud on the TV, on a console, on your phone, get Game Pass and get access to these games for a monthly fee instead of paying $70 up front or whatever the new price is going to be eventually. It's it's still going to be a low fee. So that's the thing that will keep people in the Xbox ecosystem instead of thinking, oh, I'll go get a PlayStation and just play the games there. Because then you're having to buy the games. And it's not like it used to be where you got two, maybe three first party exclusives of a year, because Xbox now have all these studios, all these publishers, all these developers, and you're getting multiple games. You're getting 5, 6, 7, 8 games a year, depending where they're coming from, and you're going to be able to play them all in Game Pass Ultimate day one. So that's the pull. If for the ecosystem, yeah, you can go to Switch, you can go to PC, you can go to PlayStation, pay full price for the game, or come to Xbox, pay a monthly fee, and have access for all them games, play them all. It's still less of a price than buying them all separate on other platforms. So that's the pull. That's what I think, anyway.
And like
That's my
and
opinion.
it's because it's not a situation of generate we are only going to be able to generate revenue from specific numbers of people that bought the console. Because if you are considering like that what Phil Spencer said during their Xbox Power On documentary, around 2 billion people or something like that play video games around the world. Like what Microsoft is trying to achieve is, why should we be stuck with just millions of players that only buy the console and play on PC, when I can actually consider everyone as not an Xbox player. I want to point out that not an Xbox player, but as a user for
Mhm.
for all their properties, for all their IPs, and like generates revenue from all the. They're not aiming for like the 40 million people that bought an Xbox Series console. They are trying to aim for all those 2 billion people that play gaming in general, not just from
Yeah.
PC, any console that you think of, and mobile gaming, or and even trying to disrupt even more the business model by considering people that don't even have a console whatsoever, by making them be able to get a TV that is compatible with the cloud and then play the games through there. So yeah, I think like considering their vision right now, what they are aiming to do, and considering that they don't want to have just a piece of the pie, they are trying to get the whole pie, honestly. So that ends up, even considering the players that I just want to buy an Xbox. So that's my main reason why they're not never going to be giving up on the console whatsoever. Like, it makes sense for them to put on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it does. It does. And let us know in the comments what you think. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? What console do you have? And is it something you're looking forward to? Other than that, we'll catch you on the next.